Hi guys. So let's talk Twilight. Well, actually, let's talk Midnight Sun. So I started reading this book for my 2022 reading book challenge. I usually decide how many books I want to read in a year, and I will just go to Instagram and I will pull off a reading challenge and I will find the books that fit those genres. I really enjoy doing those kind of activities because it is a challenge. Um, because there are a lot of genres that I wouldn't be drawn to, a lot of genres or authors that I wouldn't normally want to read. And it really kind of has opened my mind to a bunch of different things that I thought I would hate and I actually really enjoy. And it's also kind of shown me things that I thought I would enjoy and I don't really appreciate that much. So, Midnight Sun was the one that I chose for my young adult novel. And I was so excited about this. Let me tell you a bit why. So, I watched the first Twilight movie and then I was really intrigued with the storyline. So my husband and I went out and we bought the books and I read all of them. And so I couldn't wait. I was that girl who was at the theater the day that the movie popped in. I just couldn't wait. I was the adult woman who acted like a giddy teenager. I totally fangirled Twilight hardcore. I loved it. Now, I will tell you, in all honesty, that every fall I will watch the entire Twilight saga because I just have to. It's nostalgic for me. I just love doing it. And I do still kind of geek out a little bit about it. So, not gonna lie there. So I was so excited about Midnight Sun. I had heard a bunch of different mixed reviews. I had heard some people say Twilight from Edward's perspective is wonderful, and then other people were like, no, Twilight itself from Bella's perspective was better. So I was really interested in reading this because I was always Team Edward. So I was super thrilled to get this book and read it. I have all of the Twilight saga. Okay, you guys, I have 2 copies of all of the Twilight saga. I also have Stephanie Meyer, Life and Death, and then I had Midnight Sun. So I picked up Midnight Sun, and you will see I'm 175 pages into the book. I cannot go any further. I have tried to press on and push through and finish this book because it was part of my challenge. And normally in my challenge, I don't give up. Like, I keep reading even if I'm not enjoying the book. I could not finish this book. I tried and I just couldn't do it. I feel like I'm wasting my time hearing the same exact story from somebody else. So I pick up this book, I read it, and I'm reading Twilight all over again. If I wanted to read Twilight, I would pick up Twilight and I would read Twilight. So yes, it is from Edward's perspective. So I will give Stephanie Meyer some props on this book. One being that her vocabulary, her syntax, her dialogue, all of her composition really has matured since her debut of Twilight. So there are a lot of there's just been a lot of growth. And so I think that that's wonderful. You can really see how the author has aged with her novels. Also, Edward, he's way more mature than Bella, even though Bella is more mature than most teenage girls. Edward is more mature, and so you do read it. It's a little bit easier to read than Twilight. But I'm reading the same exact story. So it has been very difficult for me to try to finish this book. I was super excited about reading it. And I had actually posted that I was reading it. I had so many people tell me, oh my gosh, you're going to love it. You're going to just geek out over it. And you guys, I'm putting it down. I just cannot spend any more time reading a book that I feel like I've already read again. Now, it could get to the very end and it could be fantastic and it could be one of the best books I've ever read. I highly doubt it. But if you are not going to draw me in within the first couple of chapters, it's very difficult for me to continue reading. So I teach my students hook. If a book doesn't hook within the first couple of chapters, I'm done with it. Like I'm done with it. You need to start your story exciting and then keep going. It needs to have the ups and downs, and this just didn't. I felt like it was dry. I felt like it was watered down, and I felt like I was deja vu reading another story I've already read before. So all respect to Stephanie Meyer for, being an author and doing what she does. I know that is very hard work, but in my own opinion, I would not recommend this book. And I will not finish reading this book. I will, however, probably keep this book because I'm kind of crazy and weird and a little bit of a nerd. And because I already have all of the other Twilight related books, it seems wrong for me to get rid of this. So it will probably sit on my bookshelf, and it will probably collect dust for the rest of my life. Because I don't know if I can actually get rid of it. So we will see. Getting rid of books is really hard for me. So scale of 1 to 10 on this book, I would probably rate it maybe a 3. And I definitely won't be finishing it. And I definitely won't be recommending it to anybody. So I would really love to hear what you think. But Midnight Sun, no go for me.